from Hawaii. Here he is, my old friend Max. Hi, Max. How are you?
Sorry, how you doing, brother?
I'm doing great. It's
I'm
nice
good,
to
bro.
talk to you.
Yes, sir.
People
Yes,
were
sir. Nice
people were
talking to
trying
you,
to
bro.
say that we were beefing and stuff. I mean, this is crazy, right? I mean, we're friends. We go
No,
way back.
yeah, I mean, I don't beef with you. I mean, the beef is on your side. You're probably more mad I'm more Canadian than you, but
Come
it's all right, bro.
on. There's never beef. I love you. I mean, come on, man. What are you talking about? You are pretty damn Canadian. I see you rocking all the Raptors stuff and all that. I mean, you are very cool when you do that. I love that painting behind you. What is that?
Oh, my wife made that painting for me.
It's beautiful. What is it? What does it represent?
Oh, just all cut like the ocean and stuff. Me and Rush just painted. She painted me a space one too. I don't know if you can see the yellow one. You can't see the yellow one,
Can't
but
see the
yeah, she
yellow.
painted it herself.
She's a good
Yeah,
painter.
she's a great painter.
Incredible. Yeah. Wow. Look at that. Wow. Oh, wow. That is amazing.
Astronaut. Yeah, like a space thing, and then this one is huge.
She did all
This is
that
like a
herself?
wall. Yeah, all herself.
Damn. Is your wife
All herself.
is your wife a better painter or surfer?
I'd say surfer.
Okay, yeah.
I'd say definitely surfer.
You get in trouble with that one if you said the opposite. Congratulations on the win, my man. Very, very impressive
Thank you,
stuff.
man.
And you had like this this chip on your shoulder. It felt like, the y'all must have forgot and all that stuff. Is that a fair thing to say? Like, did you feel, even though you have
Oh
nothing
yeah,
to prove to anyone, that still last weekend you had something to prove?
yeah. I mean, you only as good as your last fight. They say, right? And at the end of the day, last one didn't go too well before the Allen fight. So it is what it was. At the end of the day, it just I had to find my inner Roy Jones Jr. Body hit bangers and give you guys a performance and let you guys know that y'all must have forgot. So it was good fun. I mean, Errol, even you, my man.
Mm.
Tim said to give you shit,
Yeah,
but
give me
you
shit.
went you
Give me
went
shit.
against me. I
Give me
thought
sh- I was
that'd be a parlor.
no,
I heard you. I heard the internet been doing enough, bro. I heard the internet
no,
been
they
doing
gave me
enough to
shit,
just. I
man.
was
They
like,
killed me on
I
that
am
one.
not. I am not gonna freaking give Ariel shit. But then you
No,
gave me that toss, bro. I had to hit out the
no,
park.
listen, please give me all the shit that you want. I deserve. Listen, I I had to make a pick. He came on the show. You didn't. I was in my feelings. I'm sorry. What am I, I'm being honest with you. I'm a man. I could be on.
You
Like I was in my.
you listening to Drake a little too
I
much,
was in my
dog.
feelings. I was in my feelings, dog. I was like, what did I do? I told Tim, did I do something? If I did something, tell me. I mean,
No, no, not at all, bro. Bro, you know me. I just hate. I mean, you've been working with me for a while. I
yeah.
hate doing media, bro. I hate doing that, but it is
Why do
what
you
it
hate it so
is.
much?
Man, I just hate talking. A lot of the questions is just the same. It's repetitive, and then sometimes they want to pin us against other guys. I'm just here. I understand the business part of it, and then the part of selling a fight and stuff. But sometimes it just gets annoying. So at the end of the day, I just wanted to fight. Especially this one. I was locked in. I wanted to focus. I was hearing the chatter, and I just wanted to go in there and get it done. I was telling Tim like, the less media, the better.
Mm. Yeah, yeah. You just wanted to focus, and I get that 100%. By the way, you and Tim, what a duo that is. I'm very, very much a fan of Tim. I think he's, I mean, one of the best managers in the game. And then he announces that he's going solo, and you were like the big surprise from this announcement. How did you end up with him?
We just was talking, bro. We was just talking, and everything fell into place, and I ended up telling him, bro, I really like you. I really like the way you portray yourself. And I mean, you're not the only guy, right?
Yeah.
Everybody loves. I didn't meet somebody who did not like Tim yet. So, and it's just amazing. Everybody got great stuff, especially with being in MMA. You know how it is with the media and the back source, and you just hear a lot of stuff in in the background. So I didn't hear nothing about Tim. I was talking. I vibed with him a bunch, and dude, me and him is like the same age, so why not? He got some good guys on the roster, some freaking not killers on the roster. So I was just happy that I could be a part of it.
Last time we saw you was in July. Was that your choice to wait? I know they were trying to get you to fight in London, but he wasn't ready. Did you want to
Mm.
wait so long just to kind of give your body a break? Was that your plan?
Yeah, we had some little injuries, bro. We had little injuries that we finally could go and get the proper PT for it that we wanted to do, and why not? It seemed like the right time. It seemed like nothing was going on. The division wasn't moving at all, too. So it was just the perfect timing, man. I feel like we had the perfect timing, and then I got to come back in a big way like this, and we're on to the next.
I knew you meant business when you showed up without facial hair. I was like, oh man, we never seen this before. I mean, you shaved it all off. What was the reason for that? Now you got it back, but last I was like,
My wife.
whoa, that was you. That was your
Nah,
wife.
I don't have my own buzzer or shaver really. I mean, I got the Manscaped one, but I don't. So, but at the end of the day, it was my wife. My wife was just telling me like, "Oh, you should shave it off one day," and then shave it off. She's like, "I like this. You should keep it." And I was like, "Oh, it's so much work," but she's like, "No, you should keep it." So I
But
did. I decided to use it for the fight, and it did knock me back a couple years. Couple
yeah,
years looking. So it's awesome.
but now you're not listening to her because it's back.
No, I gotta. Actually, we're cutting my hair this week, so we'll be all right.
Okay, I saw you the first time. I was like, "What the hell? This is like 2012 Max back in our life when you couldn't grow anything." But then I felt like you were
Yeah.
taking it back, like you were going, you were turning back the clock on us.
Oh, for sure, for sure. That's what I wanted to do. But like I said, man, the whole thing was reminding people we're still here. We're still here. We're right here, and we got a lot more to do.
Did you really see a lot of hate? I feel like you're so beloved. Like I saw when you walked past the media after the fight, you were like, "Talk your shit now, talk your shit." Did you feel like a lot of people were talking shit?
Yeah, bro. I just a lot of. I mean, it is what it is. You only, like I said, you only. This is not like basketball or baseball. Or you're a
Yeah.
fan of both sports, and it's not like you can go 0 for 3. You know what I mean, or shoot 0 from the line, and then 2 days later you get to have a breakout 40, 30 point game, 3 home runs, whatever it be in the sport. So it's MMA. You only as good as your last fight, and if you're lucky enough to turn around in a month, then that's great. But I'm at that stage in my career where I probably got to turn around every 4 months, or 3 months, and people got to remember the last fight, and that's just what it is. I think so. They were saying I was too slow. I mean, it was the same thing with the Cater thing.
Hmm.
They're saying that I was gonna be too slow. My chin's gonna crack. This guy's a puncher, and blah 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 blah. And I just wanted to go out there and just remind everyone, man. And I had fun. We went out there, we did our thing against a dangerous Arnold Allen, and wish the best to him, and we keep moving forward.
Obviously, you've had big ones in your day, big wins. But considering all that noise and how you were feeling, was this one of the most important wins of your career?
I think every win is important. I think every fight is important. I never lose a fight. Like I told you, I always learn. And when we win, we learn even more. So at the end of the day, I learned a lot about myself in this camp. I learned a lot about everything, about the world, about life. Period. So it was good to go out there and get it done.
You learned a lot about life in this camp.
Yeah, just people just gonna. I mean, I've been here with the Cater fight, like you said, and then
Yeah.
just people keep doubting you, whatever, and people just keep forgetting, man. I think I was just a baby. I mean, you remember interviewing me when I was 20 years old, Ariel.
Yeah.
So at the end of the day, a lot of people think I'm like these guys that's like 38 or 30, 36 or whatever it is, like past their little bit past their prime, and I'm like, nah, you guys just watched me since I was 20, so I was a baby. I was like, they called me Maxi Baby for a reason, I was literally a baby when I first got into here. I was once the youngest guy on top of the UFC roster. So at the end of the day, it just felt good. It felt good to be out there and do what I love. Like I said, I think that was the longest layoff I ever had in with the UFC ever,
Wow.
and it was just great to just be back in there and be in front of bro. We had 18,000 people there. It felt like a Hawaii fight, a Las Vegas fight, whatever you want to call it, a Toronto fight. That's what it felt like. It felt like a big pay-per-view fight in the Midwest. It was insane.
Were you surprised at how popular you were over there? They were chanting your name in the middle of the fight.
Brother, they did the Kansas City
Yeah, yeah, yeah. The Chiefs.
the chief chant, the axe chop. And it was amazing, bro. I could hear him. I was tripping out, bro. There was a lot of Hawaiians over there. Like a
Really?
lot of Hawaiians moved to the Midwest. I was like, why are you guys moving this far out? This is crazy. But I had a lot of Hawaiians.
Did you try any of the food, the barbecue, all that?
Yeah, we went to we got to eat at Q39. That was good. That was the marshmallow what they call it, the tri tips or whatever. That's super good. The brisket ends, the burnt
Wow.
ends. The thing
With
is so good.
marshmallows? They have it with marshmallows?
They call it the meat marshmallows. That's what they call it. They
Because it's
call
so
it the meat
soft?
marshmallows. Oh, bro, it's bro, it melt in your mouth.
But it's not
It
actual
melts in your mouth.
marshmallows. It's just
No, no, no. It's
okay.
meat. It's like fat. It's fat. It's
Oh
fat.
my
It's actually
gosh.
fat.
You like
It's
that? It's
delicious,
not too fatty?
brother. Brother, I mean, when you gotta cut weight and you can't eat certain foods,
Yeah.
I think you like a lot of stuff, Ariel.
Yeah, that's true. What's the one thing you miss the most? What's the hardest thing to
About
give up?
what?
When you cut weight, like what's the hardest thing to give up?
Ice cream, bro. Ice cream and candy. I mean, I sneak some in there, fight camp all the time, but ice cream and candy is like the sweets, bro. I love sweets. I mean, you know me about and cupcakes. So at
Yes.
the end of the day, it's sweets,
Well, which ice cream?
bro. There's this flavor. I like mint chocolate chip, but there's this flavor like brown sugar cookie dough at Baskin Robbins. Oh,
Oh
that's so good.
man. You're a mint chocolate
Or
chip
the
guy,
straw,
huh?
yeah, or a strawberry. You know, strawberry shortcake. You know
Yeah.
the ones with the ice cream bars. Those is great too.
Mint chocolate chip, I never got into that. It's like, what do I need mint in my like with the mint and the sweet? It just kind of feels weird.
I don't know, bro. I love mint chocolate chip. Yeah, everybody always tell me weird. People tell me I should eat toothpaste already, but I'm like, come on, it's not
Yeah, it's
toothpaste.
not that bad. It's not that bad.
Ridiculous.
After the July fight, at any moment, even for a second, did you think about walking away?
No, not at all. Not at all. You know, we thought about the fight. I watched the fight that day. You know, I got in my feels and you know, got over it the next day. You know, Sunday came, was on to the next. You know, we just gotta get better. We had to get better. He was just a better man that night. I would never ever take away whatever. I see a lot of people saying certain stuff or trying to make excuses. Like it is what it is. You know, I made the walk. I went out there. He had the performance of a lifetime, and all I can do, I can control is my own feelings. And you know, I was back in the drawing board. We was back with the coaches. Was figuring out what we are gonna do, and we done did it.
Did you consider 55?
Oh, we see what happens. You know, I
No,
mean,
even after,
55
like
is
after
over there.
July, did you consider 55? Like, oh, let me switch things up. Let me take some time off here and move up.
I mean, not really. No, I mean, we talked to. I mean, was figuring out. I was figuring out my management with Tim, and we was talking or whatever, and then Tim went on over and talked to UFC, and I think so. If UFC really wanted to have 55, they would have pushed the issue. They really didn't. So at the end of the day, we're here. I mean, it's always, you know, it's always good to go up a weight class with a belt. You know, so that's the plan. And you know, if they thought so, maybe we couldn't do a fort with Volk. I think so. They would have really pushed the issue on us and tell us, look, you got to go. But we're here. They feeding me contenders. So at the end of the day, we're going to just keep knocking them down.
So you're keeping that door open. You think it happens? Why not?
For 100%. Why not? I mean, why not? We see what happens with when they're fighting in July now.
Yeah.
With the year, I think a lot of people is counting out your year. I think so. It's going to be a much more interesting fight than a lot of people think it is.
Really?
And I think so. We get to be a fan that night. So I'm excited.
You think Yair can win?
I think anybody win. I think both of them can win. You know what I mean? Yair is a shifty dude, bro. I mean, they both weird dudes. You know, it's hard to fight someone like Alex. You can't get training partners like Alex. You know, that dude is built like the Thing,
Yeah.
and he's just a freaking monster. You know, and then Yair it's hard to get guys like Yair. You know, guys who can be right in your face and then just throw a high kick, throw something spinning, throw unorthodox, super fast guys. So at the end of the day, I think so. I think so. The fight is going to be a lot more interesting than what people think it is.
You mentioned Korean Zombie, and then he posted a video responding to you and saying he would love to
I
fight.
saw.
Did you see the video? Yeah. What
Yeah,
do you think of it?
yeah. I would love to. I would love to. You know, it wasn't a disrespecting. I
No, no.
remember he was calling me out after he beat. I forget who he fought in the Apex. He beat somebody, but it was on the UFC Journey or whatever the UFC thing was called that time. It's called UFC Journey now. But he was saying that he wanted to fight me, and I always wanted to fight him. That's one of the guys that we never got to fight. We was the same guys coming up from that early, you know, that merger from WEC when
Yeah.
he first arrived. I got to fight most of them guys, and he's the one that got away. So why not? I mean, I'd be a fan favorite, a fun one. I heard maybe there's something in Australia happening in later in this year or mid-year, so that'd be fun. I want to fight him, man. That was one of the guys I always wanted to fight. I always thought we was gonna fight, but the stars just never aligned, and I think so. The stars align now, and it'd be a fun one.
There was never talk of you guys fighting at any point, which is kind of wild.
Never,
Wow.
zero, bro. Nothing. That's the guy. I'm blown away. You know,
Yeah.
and he always been in the top 5. He's always been in the top 5.
Like you.
It makes sense. You know
Yeah.
what I mean? And if they don't want to give me another whatever contender or whatever's going on, I don't know what UFC wants to do with us really. Why not give him? He don't have a fight. I don't have a fight. I think so. He stood in the top 5 or top 6 or whatever it may be. So I think it would be a fun fight. You know, put us on a pay-per-view card, put us on a main event, whatever you want to do. We can fight 5 rounds, even if we're on a pay-per-view card. I don't care. You know, I just want to fight the guy. You know, that guy is that's definitely a legacy fight. That's a huge name, and I'd love to fight him.
And if that Australia card's in the fall, you're okay with wait? I mean, that would be like 5-6 months from now. You're okay with that?
Yeah, we see what happens. I mean, what is it? What month? This thing September. This thing September,
September,
right?
October, something like that.
September, October. If it's September, that'd be better. But if it's October, then I would try Axe to probably go a little bit sooner. Because if we fought September, then I would like to try and get one in before December. I want to try to fight 3 times this year.
Really?
Yeah, I
How
want to
come?
be busy.
You just want to?
Just to fight, bro.
Yeah.
Just to fight, bro. I missed it. I mean, we only got to fight one time last year, so we gotta catch up. We gotta catch up to do. I want to hold all type of records. I want to hold the most fights, the most wins,
Sheesh.
and you know, just everything. You know, might as well.
How far are you away from those?
The most wins, I think so. I don't know the most wins inside the UFC, but then in among Americans, I'm right there with them. I think so. I think so. Dustin's ahead of me by 1 or something like that. I'm not sure, but even like the most fights and stuff, I got a couple more to go. I know Cowboy is up there at what, like 35 or something.
Yeah.
30 something, right? So we see.
Man, you got the significant strikes one down. No one's touching you. They posted the thing after. I think it was 31-22 you have, and number 2 is Frankie. Yeah, we're showing it now. 31-22, and then Frankie's number 2 with 18-01. That's absurd. You almost double him.
Yeah, I mean, I just, man, I had good fights. I mean, I just, I guess I just had great dancing partners, to say the least, man. Guys who could go in there and trade it out, like Arnold, like Cater. You know, we just, I had great dancing partners that was able to put me in those positions. And like I said, you know, a lot of people keep talking about knockouts and finishes and whatever, but I mean, at the end of the day, knockout power. I mean, I saw people calling me, some people calling me Pillow Hands Holloway. That thing is so funny. I need to
Nah,
make
who's
merch for
calling
that.
you? Come on.
Yeah, bro. The
What
internet,
are you
bro. The
reading?
internet
What are you
is savage,
reading?
bro.
YouTube
The
comments?
internet is savage, but I would love to do that. I would love to. You know, there's no better feeling of like when you knock someone out and you punch them. You know that their body turns off. They have no choice. But when you're hitting them, you know, a couple hundred times and they're thinking of quitting and they quit, that's a choice. You know, that's taking a man's soul in a different way. So as long as you can take it, I'm a dish it.
By the way, before it's all said and done, we got to see you in at least one boxing match. Everyone's boxing now. Nate's got a boxing match. So Aldo, Stevens with Game Bread, right? We got to see at least
Uh,
one Max Holloway boxing match. No?
oh, bro, I would love to. I'd love to. Let's make a big fight with Tank or something. You
Uh,
know, Floyd Mayweather and stuff.
yeah.
Floyd Mayweather and Tank is following Floyd Mayweather's freaking, you know, recipe to the key. So why not he fight an MMA guy? We do a big one. I can shit talk to him. Just
Yeah.
don't put no hydration clause in it, like how you did to my man Garcia. But
Isn't that crazy?
yeah, that would be a fun one.
The
That
hydration
crazy, bro.
clause.
I mean, and then everybody talking about that shot with stuff like, oh, he would have got up and blah blah. I'm like, bro, like the hydration clause is real, you know, like he couldn't freaking rehydrate proper, and that shot, like, you might not look hard, but to a freaking dehydrated body, that hurts a lot. You know, like that shot probably hurts a lot, even if you're not dehydrated. So I can only imagine, man. And then it came out saying that he had a rat and he actually got hurt to the body, which that sucked. So at the end of the day, man, that was tough. But I would love to do a big one. Maybe do MGM, like how they
Yeah.
did the Connor stuff. That'd
What
be
could
cool.
you make 140?
Could I make 140? Why? Just tell him call it to 45. We're MMA fighter. I
Yeah.
can't kick, whatever. We could do 12s. We could fight with 8 ounces, just like stuff. Just come to 45, bro. We'd be fine.
You feel confident? Like he's a special kind of boxer. You feel confident though.
Bro, he's a beast. Bro. He's a beast. But to share the freaking ring with him, it would be amazing, man. It would be amazing. I think it would be huge. It'd be super fun, man.
Does something like that interest you more? Like get you? I feel like you're excited just talking about it. This sort of idea. Does that interest you more than anything in MMA now, just because it's so different?
No, not really. I mean, anything. It's just I'm a competitive dude. You know what I mean? And these guys, I mean, these guys would never ever come to MMA. You know what I mean? Like they're smart, they're businessmen. You know, so at the end of the day, but I feel like it would be fun. You know, the way he fights, his IQ, and people keep saying that he is just a boxer. You know, like a puncher, like he only could punch and that's whatever. And in this fight, he showed. Yeah, I mean, his last two fights, he showed great boxing IQ. You know, the guy's a beast. You know, I think he's just playing dumb. Half these guys don't know. You know, like he's
Yeah.
just playing like he don't know. But yeah, I mean, no, there's a lot of interesting fights that stood here in MMA for me, and I would love to do it, bro. I'd love to do both of them if I could. If I could box at the end of my career, one or two fights, and an actual boxer and fight an actual boxer. None of this freaking YouTube stuff. So whatever is
Oh,
going on, I
okay.
would love to fight another actual boxer that is one of the greatest, and test it.
And not like another MMA fighter. Like you want to box a boxer.
Yeah, I would love to box a boxer. Yeah, bro. Not an MMA fighter. Not I know. I mean, some of these YouTube guys is good, bro. Don't get me wrong, but I would love to fight like an actual boxer, an actual world champ boxer, just to say I did it. I got to feel it, and we got to get the look.
How do you think Francis will do?
We see, we see. I mean, Francis is a boxer. You know what I mean? Francis is a puncher. I mean, not a boxer. So we see what happens. I don't even know if is there any news. I mean, it was kind of. I mean, I was kind of crazy of what what the Gypsy King did, the troll on April 1st. That was,
Uh,
bro. Tyson is next level troll. That was funny.
I mean, they were in the same ring together last year. He said he was going to fight him and everything, and then it just kind of fizzled
Yeah, it
out.
was. Yeah, with the 4 ounce gloves and everything.
Yeah.
But bro, these guys, they gotta understand this is a business. These guys are businessmen. These boxing guys, these business guys, bro, and they're top of the business. So at the end, they know what they're doing.
Before it's all said and done, if the UFC said to you, "All right, Max, you've been the best. We've loved having you. We're going to give you the one fight that you want before it's all said and done." Is it Volk 4? Is it Connor 2? Is it one that I'm not saying? What's the one that you want before it's all said and done? Which may seem like I need some work to get there, but like they say to you, we're going to give you whatever you want. We're going to do right by you, Max. What is that fight?
I mean, the Volk 4. I think so. As long as Volk's fighting and I'm fighting and I'm doing what I'm doing and he's doing what he's doing, I'm sure the fort is gonna line up somewhere. I don't know if it's at 45. I don't know if it's at 55. I don't know where it is. I think that fight is very reachable. I think so. I think so. We fight each other again down the line at some point.
Okay.
100%. So at the end of the day, that's not really like it's not really far off. So, but if he's asking me to like give me a fight, I would love to fight Connor. I mean we fought. I was the only guy that took Connor to a decision at 45. And he's big right now. I mean, we see what happens. I'd love to. I know he wants to come back, but that'd be a fight that super interesting, super fun. A lot of questions. There's a lot of unknowns because we're just two different fighters from when we was back then, and
Yeah.
I think it'd be a fan favorite. I think so. A lot of fans would love that fight. A lot of fans been asking for that fight, so we see what happens. And at the end of the day, it's not even a weight thing, bro. I'd fight him. I'd fight him open weight, whatever guys whatever commission would tell us, just show up to the weight, bro. Like you don't have to worry. I just love to go in there and test them.
You'd fight at 70?
Whatever, bro. We just show up to. I mean, we got to be close to each other, I guess, because all this commission stuff. But we can take it to the UFC one rules and we just show up, we just fight. Why
Yeah.
not?
Oh, that would be great. By the way, this past weekend, come on. I mean, I see Bellator twice there. How this can't be like BJ. This can't be like BJ where he never gets to fight at home. How is this possible? I don't understand it. How can Bellator keep going back and you can't get a fight there?
Bro, I don't know, bro. I mean, it's not a UFC thing, bro. It is the HTA thing over here. I mean, and we don't have a stadium. The stadium that they fight in, I think it's like 7,000 people inside of it. And I know every time we talk to UFC, they want to do an arena. So they wanted to do the little stadium with whatever 20,000. It's a 50,000 stadium, but they wanted to cut it off to where it's like at least 20,000, put a 10 or something, whatever. I remember we was in conversations with them, and it just couldn't come to fruition, man. It is what it is. At the end of the day, I'm not gonna give up. I mean, we're getting close because they're gonna be shutting down. They're breaking down the little stadium and they're gonna build a new one. So
Oh,
I don't know if they can get the new one up and about in a couple years. Maybe we see one back home. Maybe not, but we see what happens, man. I would. Uh, I'm here. Whatever they want to do. I mean, fighting in Las Vegas is just I mean, actually, fighting anywhere now is gonna feel like fighting at home. I'm kind of blown away of how KC was. I mean, Toronto is always like
Yeah.
that, and Vegas is always the same. So at the end of the day, anywhere we go, I feel like we're fighting at home. But if we got the guy one in Hawaii, that'd be special.
It won't be something that you'll be sad about when your career's over if you never get it?
Uh you know, I mean, we see. We see. We can maybe answer that question when I have that retire. We come on the show. I'll talk to
Yeah.
you. I'll talk my announcement of my retirement.
All right, fair enough. And before I let you go, so you say, all right, we'll come back in the fall, all good now. Now are you still doing the I was just talking to DJ in that clip about the YouTube. He went off Twitch. What are you doing? Because you were one of those first guys to adopt all of this stuff,
Mm,
this gaming
mm,
stuff.
mm.
Are you doing like what DJ's doing, or are you somewhere else? Are you
Yeah,
Facebook?
I'm on Facebook Gaming. I'm on
Okay.
Facebook Gaming. Yeah,
How's that going?
Facebook. Oh, going good, going great. I mean, I was playing. I was playing right before I did this.
Oh,
The game got finished right before I was able to jump on the call with you. So it's good, man. We're just playing. We're hanging out. I mean, I'm loving it. It's another way to interact with my fans and just talk to people and let them see a lighter side of ourselves. Even with DJ, like I was watching that clip before I came on with DJ. DJ is the man, bro. He's one of the guys that got me into gaming. Like when I was saying like he was gaming and streaming, and the story is always funny of the one when he defended his belt against Henry and he's like, "Hey, I'll come right back. Okay, stream, I'll come later."
yeah,
Boom, you
yeah,
got the finish, walk back over. I'm back. I was like, what the hell?
yeah.
So yeah, DJ's the man, man.
And you can make good money on that.
Oh, for sure, for sure.
Oh,
Gaming. I think gaming is the future, man. Esports is the future. I think. I mean, all across America, there's like state championships
yeah.
for esports, like for Fortnite and whatever, and like it's amazing. It's cool. I mean, I think so. Gaming is gonna be huge. Coding, gaming, all that kind of stuff. This AI kind of stuff. You gotta be with the times, technology and stuff. So I think it'd be huge.
My producer in the back, GC, he went to go buy Paulo Costa's merch, and he said it was way overpriced. He said it was like Paulo Costa came out with merch, Secret
Yeah,
Juice,
yeah,
um,
yeah.
way overpriced. I was like, wait a second, didn't you buy Max Holloway merch? He bought one of your sweatshirts, the Bless one. He's like,
Oh, sick.
but he said that was he said yours was worth it. I don't know, I think it was $70 or something. He said it was worth it. So that's
Oh,
there's
sick.
love here for you. Is the merch still going well?
Yeah, the merch stick going. ShopMaxHolly.com. Make sure you guys pick it up. We got the Steel Hero line that just came
Oh,
out for this fight. And then the one that he bought though is like a special one. So shout out to him because for every one of those merch that was bought, we would donate to the Hawaii Food Bank down here. So Tom, thank you for that.
oh yeah, for sure. I even got the Sanibel Max gloves.
Gloves, yeah,
Oh,
yeah,
those are
yeah, yeah. Sick.
sick. Those are
Yeah,
unbelievable.
yeah.
Do you actually train with those?
Yeah, I train with him. He made me size he actually made me size 8 and stuff so I can hit mitts and do bag drills with it.
Imran.
So all y'all guys ones is like size 12, the family friends,
Ah,
and the ones you can buy is 14s. But then he made me some 8 ounces and he made me a 16 ounce so I can train in them.
but
It's super
still
good. I
but
like it.
still no sparring, right?
I spar outside of camp. So I don't spar inside of camp.
Oh, really?
I would do sparring outside of camp because most of my injuries and stuff came from sparring and would be like, a couple weeks before the fight when I'm like getting down, I'm getting scrawny and stuff. So we spar outside the fight here and there, but we still do motion sparring. So the guy can give me that look, and we can be stuck like that because half the times we'd be like, "Oh, look, yeah, give me this look," and then I start having my way in sparring, and then they just go back to their regular look because it's more competitive sparring versus trying to mimic someone.
Ah, okay. I thought it was no sparring, like you cut it all out, but it's just
I
out of
stopped
camp.
sparring for a little while. I
Okay,
did. I
okay.
did. I did cut it out for a little while during the pandemic and stuff because we couldn't even see anybody anyway.
Sure,
So
sure,
at the end of
sure.
the day, it was cool. And then now it's like frick. I just needed. I started sparring before maybe a couple camps now. We've been sparring like maybe like 2 camps. I took off and then we went back to sparring and stuff. So it's fun.
Last thing, we just had Arnold on, and he was giving you a lot of praise and a lot of love. And I'm just wondering, you've been there before. You've had your highs, your lows, everything.
Mm.
What would you say about Arnold Allen? What piece of advice? What would you say now that you've shared 20? He's very down, obviously, about the
Uh,
loss.
uh.
Anything you would say about after experiencing 25 minutes with him in the cage? Do you think he can put it together, get back on track, and be a real
Oh,
player
for
at
sure.
45?
For sure, bro. I mean, I told them in the back when we saw him. I told them, bro, just get back in there. you know, train, get better, and we'll be back. I told him we probably run it back. I'll probably see him again. You know, who
Mm.
knows? Who knows what happens in this sport? The sport is wild, but just train, bro. Train. You know, let this thing eat at you. But once you start getting into camp or into the next camp or into training, forget about it, bro. Throw it away. You know, don't cry over spilled milks. One thing you can control is your emotions. Control your emotions and come back. You know, I mean, I'm sure there's a lot of people in his ear right now, just like what I was hearing before the fight, like you're not it and blah blah blah, this and that. But it was a fun competitive fight. Go out there, you know. I got the W, but who's to say what? You know, who's to say anything? You can go out there, go train, and go change the outcome the next time.
You're the man, Max. Thank you so much for doing this. I appreciate it. I know you don't love the media stuff. You probably didn't like me for a little bit there. Thank you for coming back on. Much love.
Hey,
Mahalo.
Garo, you have a
Aloha.
good one, brother.
Talk to you soon. All right.
Aloha.
Take care. There he is. Max Holloway, the man, coming off that massive win over Arnold Allen.